That's your boy right there? Yeah, that's him. He got a chemical imbalance or something? I don't know, man. He just be like that. Alright.
What's up, everybody? What's good? My name is EK and welcome back to What's Good English. Now today is a very super exciting, super special episode. I'm super excited for it. I said excited like 2 or 3 times now. It's my very first episode of my African American Vernacular English series. I even changed the theme music for it. Now before we get into it, I just need to cover a few housekeeping bits. For starters, it is a language that is primarily spoken by people of African descent in the United States. However, it is not exclusively spoken by Black people. In fact, one of my favorite quotable moments through my life that I've ever heard happened to come from a non-Black person. He actually happened to be a juggalo. I'll put an image of that up here so you can know what that is. Actually, you probably don't want to know what that is. Anyways, and it went a little something like...
No. Hold up. Now, what we doing out here tonight, see, this is what we can do. Nah, this ain't what I'm gonna do.
Now, the second thing I need to point out is that not all Black people speak this form of English. Some of us do exclusively, some of us not at all, and then there are some of us in between, like myself, who do what's called code switching, which is basically changing the language depending on the audience, the same way multilingual communities around the world change up how they speak depending on what languages they understand and their audience understands. Now, if you've seen any of my videos, you've heard a mix of both, which is intentional. I want to expose as many people to different words and phrases and pronunciations that we use as I possibly can to help raise awareness behind this. In my day-to-day life, I also speak with a mix of both. Sometimes I'll go heavier on standard or heavier on AAVE, depending on who my audience is. And some things always persist, like you've probably noticed the way I almost always pronounce to, like tuh. And there are also words I always seem to shorten, which is just an unconscious way that I speak English. The final thing that I want to point out is that AAVE is not bad or broken English. It is a legitimate alternate form of English that has its own grammatical rules and structures as well as vocabulary that are consistent and have persisted throughout time. It has nothing to do with the intelligence of the person that is speaking it, and it has nothing to do with the education of the person that is speaking it, and it is not just slang. Now, in my hand, I hold something that is commonly referred to as a car key throughout all 50 United States as well as other US territories. But millions of people in a certain city named Boston seem to refer to it as, let's see if I can do this, a car key. Now, you would not hold that pronunciation against somebody from Boston that happens to pronounce that word in that manner, as well as other words that are pronounced a little bit differently, because Boston's a little bit different, but every city's a little bit different. So if you would not hold that against somebody that pronounces those words in that way, or think that they're less intelligent or less educated, then you should not hold some 6-year-old girl that wants to ask you a question the same way as if she has lacking intelligence or lacking in education. It's literally one of the hardest words to pronounce correctly in English. You can judge that from just how many YouTube videos are devoted to it. All right, enough chit-chatting. Let's get down to business. Now, in the very first sketch that opened this episode, we saw 3 different elements that we're going to be talking about on this show. The first is the lack of a present tense copular verb, is or to be. The second is the alternate use of the verb to be that we use all the time in AAVE. And finally, how the word got has almost completely replaced the word has, except for in certain circumstances. Now, one of the most notable things about African American vernacular is that there is no use of a copular verb. Now, a copular verb is just a verb that joins the subject to the predicate. Not all languages use one. Russian, Hebrew, Arabic, Japanese, even American Sign Language do not use a copular verb. In Standard English, there is a copular verb, and that verb is is. However, in African American vernacular, we don't use this verb. So in Standard English, you would get a sentence like, he is a teacher, or we are teachers, or they are teacher. But in AAVE, it's he a teacher, they teachers, we teachers. Now this works the exact same for actions. They fishing, we fishing, he fishing. Instead of he is fishing, they are fishing, we are fishing.
Hey man, who's she? She Brandon cousin. Just got out of college actually. She single? Yeah, as far as I know. Alright then, wish your boy luck. Gonna shoot this shot.
Now, copular verb deletion only happens in the present tense. So if we're talking about something that happened in the past, we would get they was fishing, he was fishing, we was fishing. Now, you're probably noticing, and your ears are probably burning if you have a good ear for grammar, that we're missing the verb were. That is because we do not use the verb were in AAVE. We only say was. So it's not going to be they were fishing or we were fishing. It's just going to be he was, they was, we was. Now, if you're asking about the subjunctive, we don't use were for that either. It's just going to be if I was you, I would ba 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 ba. Now, the copular verbs is and are not entirely deleted from African American vernacular. In fact, that is an example of a sentence where you have to use a copular verb no matter what form of English you're speaking. And there are other special usage circumstances like that one. Now, in AAVE, I can say all kinds of things like who dat or where they going, but I cannot say a sentence like, do you know where he? It has to be, do you know where he is? Or, more importantly, or more accurately, y'all know where he is?
Yeah, man, my sister and I'm having a potluck on Friday if y'all want to come through. Oh, this Friday for real? All right. Oh, hold up though. Who all gonna be there? Oh no, man, it's just gonna be her and some friends, and then she got some family from Trinidad coming up because they want to see her too and all. Ooh, what they making? I think they said they was gonna make something called doubles, man. I don't know, man. It's supposed to be good. Alright. I like to stop by, yeah. Alright, cool. Come through when you can. Ooh, how y'all get here? Our mom dropped us off. Where they go? They went shopping. When they said they'd be back? I don't know. They leave any money to feed y'all with? What I thought. Trifling.
Now, you probably noticed another verb deletion at the tail end of those examples, and that is the question form of the verb to do. It's not really required for the sentence to make sense, so why bother saying it, is how we feel with AAVE, I guess. So instead of something like, does that make sense to you? That makes sense to you? Or that look weird to you? Or instead of, do you know where he is? You know where he is? Anyways, we're going to move on to the second part, and we're going to talk about how we use the verb to be differently in AAVE, because I don't want to dwell on the first part too much longer, otherwise y'all's brain going to be like, Now, don't worry, I'm not going to make you guess. I'm going to explain how we use this verb. We basically use it to describe something that happens habitually. Let's take this sentence, for example, and break it down. They be watching them scary movies, and they be getting scared. And I be getting scared too, because I be right there with them watching them. Now, that is to say that there is a group of people that watches scary movies and they get scared when they watch the scary movie. It happens all the time consistently as a matter of habit. And I get scared when I watch scary movies too, because I am with them watching the scary movies as a force of habit as well. We all always get scared or almost always get scared when we watch scary movies. And that is how we use the verb to be.
Look at you, sat there over there on that couch again playing that Mario. Now, brother, I don't be playing that Mario. Think about it. The Mushroom Kingdom, they just be letting that princess get kidnapped over and over again. How they be letting that going on? They got no restraining orders, nothing like that in the Mushroom Kingdom. The Mushroom Kingdom? Like, oh, she be wanting them to kidnap her over and over again. They probably got some tax scheme going on. What's his name? With the Bowser and them little Goombas and whatnot. Trying to extort them tax-paying toads. Them tax-paying toads out their money. No, brother. You got to be keeping your mind working. Keep them gears going, boy. You done? Can I go back to my game, man? Like, why you always got to be going so hard on everything, man? Like, I be doing my homework. I be cleaning my room. I be helping around the house, man. I ain't got to work today. I'm just trying to chill, relax, play some games or whatever, take my mind off of my stresses, man. Yo, you ain't got to be trying to find the hidden key to the puzzle and everything, man. Sometimes people just be wanting to chill, man.
Whew, you guys made it here. Excellent job. I'm so proud of you. We're at the last bullet point. So all we're going to do here is talk about a thin sliver of how basically the word got has replaced have in nearly every circumstance. While most verbs act pretty uniformly in African American vernacular, have and got are kind of irregular here. So I figured why not cover them really quickly, and we're only going to be focusing on a thin sliver. And it should surprise no one to hear that got is one of the most used verbs in African American vernacular, considering how much we use the verb to get, which is the present tense form of got in standard American English. In fact, I'll probably do a little mini series about both of the verbs so you get a better understanding of how they work. Anyways, here we go. To kick it off, if we are in the present tense, we are probably going to use the word got over have or derivative of have 99% of the time. For example, do you have $20 I can borrow? You got $20 I can borrow? How many do they have? How many they got? I have to go. I got to go. Or better yet, I gotta go. Now, with the past tense, don't worry, it is the exact same. It works the exact same. You're just going to use had. They had a party. They had to go wait at the store for 20 minutes. I had $20, but then I got hungry and I spent it all on food. Something like that. Now, in the present tense, there are special circumstances in which we are forced to use the verb have. For example, they are having a party. They're having a baby. He's having a mental health episode. Something like that, where the sentence does not work without the usage of the verb have.
Ask them if they got any of them tickets left. Do y'all got any of them tickets left? They got 7. Huh? They said they got 7. Ask them what we got to do to get them. All right. What y'all got to do to get them? You want to talk to them? No, boy, I don't want to talk to them.
Now, there is one more special use circumstance in which we use the verb have in African American vernacular, and it's difficult to explain, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to figure it out from the examples anyway. So, I'll see you on the other side.
Ooh, they be having me so mad, you don't even know, man. Like, be having me out there in the cold, standing around for 15 minutes, then they gonna text me talking about some, we didn't think the traffic was going to be that bad in rush hour. Like, what city in the world is 5 o'clock now rush hour? Talking about some we ain't know it was rush hour, man. I swear, man, they be having me go through all the emotions, man. Be having me out there ready to fight somebody, man. No, it's all good, though.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so very much for watching from the bottom of my heart. You won't believe how difficult it was for me to write this episode. I kept on having to scrap what I had written and rewrite something else because I originally wanted to launch with this and I just could not figure it out. Hopefully it was not overly complicated and I didn't lose you or scare you off or anything. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. If you liked it, leave me a like too. Anyways, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really really want to do justice by this African American vernacular series, because I do want to raise awareness behind it and show people that it's just another form of English, and it's a really cool, fun, interesting, and entertaining fun of English. Anyways, I'll be back next Friday with another episode about, who knows, a grammar curiosity, a new set of words or phrases. It'll be a fun time, I assure you. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say is make sure you stay subscribed for this series, because I am going to build future African American vernacular episodes based upon what I have already presented, so you don't want to miss anything. Anyways, I'm done rambling, I'm done talking. Chill out, have an awesome weekend, or whenever you're watching this, have an awesome rest of your day. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you so very much, and ciao.